So here I have a 2014 Toyota 4Runner. Now the 4Runner has always stuck to the true formula of being a true SUV with great off-roading capabilities. And back in the 90s, when the 4Runner had a lot of competitors like the Explorer and the Grand Cherokee, it had a lot of sales going for it. And with gas prices up and the competitors are dwindling down, the 4Runner is one of the last SUVs to be on a truck-based body frame. So let's go ahead and check out the 2014 4Runner. And for 2014, the 4Runner has been slightly refreshed. Now I actually got from a friend a comment that it kind of looked like a crying bulldog on the front fascia, but I kind of like it. Looks pretty good. You do have remote keyless entry. Now this is Toyota's basic key, and push button ignition is also an available option on the 4Runner. It's a black exterior. This one has the two-tone synthetic leather interior, black and gray. Let's go ahead and start this baby up. Nice little chime to it. Do have a leather wrap steering wheel. 5-speed automatic transmission. Do have a backup camera with guidance lines. And let's go ahead and pop the hood, check out the engine bay. All windows are fully automatic on the 4Runner. And let's go ahead and check out the exterior. LED turn signal indicators integrated onto the mirrors. Halogen projector beam headlights with your halogen fog lights and halogen daytime running lights. Now, like I said, a lot of people think the front fascia is very polarizing to look at. However, I think it looks very aggressive, very mean. Has a visual impact on the people on the road. Under the hood is a 4-liter V6 producing 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. It's a pretty good motor. Very powerful, strong V6. This particular 4Runner is also $40,130. This 4Runner also has 17-inch alloy wheels. Now, the main competitors of the 4Runner are the Jeep Grand Cherokee and the Nissan XTerra. Now, back in the 1990s and the 2000s, the 4Runner had many more competitors like the Nissan Pathfinder and the Ford Explorer, as well as like the Honda Passport and Isuzu Rodeo. But now, like I said, with gas prices up, the 4Runner's competitors are just dwindling, and that's what makes the 4Runner really a standout in the crowd nowadays. But with that comes a pretty dismal fuel mileage compared to crossovers. And this one earns 17 city, 21 highway. It's a lot better back in the day, but it's still dismal compared to crossovers. You have your roof rack, LED taillights with a rear window defroster and an LED third brake light. Really like how they added those LEDs onto the 4Runner. Makes it look a lot more visually impacting to other people on the road. And here are your power windows, your power door locks, and your power mirrors. And let's go ahead and rev up the 4Runner. Now, material quality and build quality in the 4Runner is okay. Materials are hard to the touch. They're not soft to the touch at all. It's very utilitarian in here, as you can see. You have your AC controls, zones, rear window defroster, and your air conditioning, USB port and auxiliary input down here, and your power outlet. Now, standard is the touchscreen radio interface, and this is the second generation in Toyota's interface. And you have the Entune system, of course, which will access various apps through your smartphone like Pandora and iHeartRadio. And overall, everything is pretty responsive, I have to say. Definitely a lot better than the first generation touchscreen interface. It's a lot more simpler, easy to use, and you have your Bluetooth, streaming audio, and your hands-free calling. Your steering wheel mounted audio controls as well, and a manual tilt and telescopic steering wheel. You have your traction control and downhill assist, and your garage home link, interior illumination, and your sunroof. I'm actually very surprised. The seats are actually really comfortable in the 4Runner. Nice and supportive. You also do have heated seats, your cup holders right here, and your 4-wheel drive, cruise control, instrument windshield wipers. Center console with your 12-volt power outlet. Nice and soft to the touch and stitched. And the gauge cluster is also pretty nice too. Very utilitarian here, like I said. So if you're looking for like a very utilitarian SUV, the 4Runner definitely fits the bill, because it just looks very SUV-ish in here compared to like crossovers, which are more like cars interiors. So, but overall, it's definitely a very nice package. 120 volt power outlet. You can click if you want to have it on or off. And I like the steering wheel. It has a nice grip to it, nice and thick. Really like the steering wheel. And your digital clock, auto dimming rearview mirror as well. Also, the armrest is very padded, nice and stitched. I'm actually very surprised, because Toyota really uses doesn't really use that much stitching in their armrest, but it's very surprising that the 4Runner has all that stitching. Let's go ahead and shut down the 4Runner. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. So back here I have the seat to my driving position. If I were to put the seat all the way back, I would be very, very cramped back here. I'm about 5'11". Rear seat legroom is just very, very dismal. Very disappointing for the size of this SUV. You do have rear air vents and two 12-volt power outlets. Your center armrest looks a lot like the Lexus RX's, the shape of it. You have your cup holders as well. Nice and padded and stitched for the armrest. The seats are comfortable for the most part. However, I could see a little more thigh support in here to make it just a little more comfortable. So to fold down the second row seats, all you do is just need to pull this lever, and then they come right down. Easy as that. Very simple. I'm not even going to try and fit into the third row seat because I know I won't fit back there and my legs will be very cramped, but I can even tell just from looking at it that it's going to be very, very cramped back there. Let's go ahead and hop into the front row passenger seat. Powered passenger seat with power recline. Glove box compartment. Pretty commanding view of the road, I have to say. That's one thing I do like about the 4Runner. Alrighty. So is the 2014 Toyota 4Runner improved for this model year? Well, some might think it is and some might think it isn't. However, I think it is because of its outstanding off-road capabilities, its strong V6 engine, its improved interior, and adequate cargo capacity. However, there are some cons to the 4Runner. Its controversial front fascia, its lack of a VIA option, and its cramped third row and second row don't make it a top choice among for families. However, for drivers who still require a classic all-terrain SUV, the 2014 Toyota 4Runner remains a top choice.